So I've been doing Instacart for the last 30 days, just kind of part-time, and here's a breakdown of everything that I think you need to know about it, like how much I made, is it worth it, who's it for? Right off the bat, if you are any remotely interested in Instacart, you probably need to just go ahead and open the app and apply. Reason being, there's a wait list. People are gonna ask you, or they're gonna tell you, hey, use my referral code because it'll get you off the wait list quicker. I don't know if there's any truth to that whatsoever. So you can use my referral code, you can use someone else's referral code. I would actually tell you to use like someone you know because they get paid as well. So the reason why I did Instacart for the last 30 days is my wife referred me. And when I did my orders, if I did 30 orders in the first 30 days, then she got paid money. So that's the reason why I did it. When I got on Instacart, there was a promotion. This is what highly incentivized me to do Instacart for 30 days to see if it was worth it. So my promotion was I had to do 30 batches in the city that I signed up for a $450 of guaranteed earnings. And this is where the wording gets kind of confused. First being batches. So there's a difference between batches and orders. Think of an order as the difference of like the people that you're gonna interact with. If you're shopping for one person, typically that's gonna be one order. If you're shopping for 3 people, typically that's 3 orders. This is where it's confusing because they will put a batch to shop for 2 different people, and technically it's 2 orders in a combination of just one batch. So I had to do 30 batches. This particular promo was $450 of if I did 30 batches, the pay that they paid for those batches, if it didn't hit 450, they would give me the remaining amount to get to 450. So the way that I looked at it was 450 divided by 30 would mean each batch is technically worth $15. That's just the math that went in my head. So essentially every single batch that I did, regardless of the batch pay, if I guaranteed myself to do all 30 in that time frame, I knew that it was gonna be worth, in the future, I knew it was gonna be worth basically $15 of my time. The reason I say that is that does not include tips. So the way that Instacart would pay would be, say we had to go to a store and I had to shop for 7 items and it was a one person, so I'm only going to one store. I'm only going to then deliver it to their house. Depending on miles, I think Instacart probably uses some kind of algorithm where it's like, hey, this is 6 things. It's not gonna take you that long, so we're only gonna give you $5 to do the shopping and the delivering of batch pay. But the customer can throw a tip on top of that. Typically it's, for these little orders, it's like maybe $2 or $3, if anything. And I would say when I was doing the promotion, if I could find orders that had low batch pay but higher tips, to go just as far, typically, because you can kind of scroll and see all the different orders. It made sense for me to just take those orders because I knew they were gonna give me $15 of batch pay, regardless of they say that it's $4, but they don't take that tip into account. So that comes back to play when we go over how much I made. So let's go over the best stores that I personally think were the easiest for me to shop at. The closest one to you is probably gonna be the best one. And I say that because you don't wanna have to drive 7 miles to go to a store to go another 6 miles to someone's house and then have to turn all the way back around and then go back to your house. You know, the ones closest to you are gonna be the ones that you're probably also shopping at. That would be the second thing. Like go to, or try to do orders for stores that you are currently already shopping at. I also think that the stores that you know have really good customer service are the easiest to shop at. Like Publix was by far my favorite to shop at because everything is typically in stock. They have a lot of workers around, so you can go and ask them. And it's very easy to navigate. So depending on certain stores, for Publix specifically, they have the aisle number, and then they have this thing where if you can't really find it, like you know you're on the right aisle, it tells you if it's on the left or the right, but you still can't find it, you can hit trouble having find item, look at shelf view, and that will give you basically like a 2D version of where the item is on the shelf. Like it'll highlight it and draw a box and say, oh, well, you're looking for these chips, they're beside the Fritos, and then this is where the Lay's are, and then this is where Oreos are. So that was super helpful. Publix also does shop onlys. The other stores may do it. They were the only one in my area that I saw those type of orders where you don't have to deliver it. So if you're worried about like running up your gas bill for your car and like delivering to random people's houses, if you're not into that, you can literally just go to Publix. You just have to go shop it, but you have to check it out, and then you put it on the shelf, you put it in the cooler or the freezer, and you get paid money. They don't pay nowhere near what they should, in my opinion, but they're easy, they're quick. You can find some that are like 20 things or less, and it only takes you like 10 minutes to do it, or 15 minutes if you're quick, but it's only like $5 to $6. It's not really worth it unless you can justify it, like, oh, well, I'll do this and then I'll go get my coffee from Starbucks and then it's like free. That's like girl math or whatever, like, but that's not like, to each of their own. Instacart has like levels to where if you do 30 orders in like a 3-month period, I think it's like, for right now, it's like January to April 30th, or maybe it's a 4-month period. They have 3 different tiers. They have a gold, they have a platinum, and then they have diamond. So to get to gold, you have to do 30 orders. And all that kind of gives you is the opportunity to see orders before people who are not gold. And then it's the same with platinum. Platinum users or shoppers get to see orders before gold people and before people who are untiered. And then diamond is the same thing. But there's also like oil change benefits and some other little kind of gimmicks and whatnot. I will say the best one is if you can get to platinum. I think it's either 100 orders or 300 orders in the 4-month period. I think you get free delivery through Instacart if like you wanted to buy groceries yourself. I'm pretty sure that's the case. That would kind of be worth it, but that's a lot of grinding. There are options on getting paid through Instacart. They like give you this separate debit account or something. I didn't really feed into that. I don't need that. And what the alternative to that is they just give you whatever the week prior, they give you that pay on the following Wednesday. I never really cared. Like I didn't really need the money. It was just like, I was just using the money to help fund my Roth IRA. So literally all the money that I have made from Instacart, I put in my Roth. Customers have the ability to tip more for I think 14 days, and then they have 2 hours to take tips away. Out of the 30 something orders that I did, I never ran into the situation where anyone took tips away from me. I did, however, have people give me more after the fact. I think it was maybe 4 orders out of the 30 that I did for the promotion, and it was small at first. They added $1 here, $2 there. I did another order, a couple things later. It was supposed to be $4.90, and then they bumped it up to $9.90. So they added $5. And then the last order that I did for the promotion was only supposed to be a $22 tip, and he added an extra $15. So I got paid $37 on that one. So the nicer you are to people, you may run into some nice people. You also may run into the same customer if they are known for Instacarting. I delivered to the same individual twice. Maybe it's Instacart's algorithm. You're getting paired with that individual because you had a really good interaction with their order. Maybe they complimented you, and maybe that's like their new algorithm. I'm not really sure. Here's how much I made. So for my 30 orders, I made $159 technically in batch pay. So this is batch pay only. Out of those 30 orders, I also made $158 in tips. So with the promotion that was guaranteed $450, Instacart then had to pay me an additional $290 to top me off to get that batch pay to that $450 that they guaranteed me. So yeah, out of the 33 total orders that I did, I made, with the promotion money, I made a total of $636. This is where I think the most of your money should be made and focused on. If you have a promo, try to kind of gamify it to make it in your best interest, to find the best orders that would take the least amount of time, the less amount of energy, to make sure that you are compensated fairly. Like I said, all the money I made, I put it in my Roth IRA, and I just used that, actually my previous year, because I haven't maxed it out. Let's go over taxes. In 2026, I think the federal rule is that they will no longer need to send you a 1099 unless you make over $2,000 in the year. In 2025, that was $600, but now it is only $2,000. I don't really know if that includes batch pay and tips, so please do further research. I would imagine it would be just batch pay that would be that $2,000 number, but I don't want to get somebody in trouble, so talk to your accountant. At the end of all this, I think it's worth it? Like, who is Instacart for? And would I recommend it? I think that if you enjoy it, you should do it. Like, if you're like super bored, you can just leave the app running and you really don't have anything to do, then you want to go make some extra money? Yeah, sure. I was in a position where I'm salary to where I can't like work more to make more. The only way that I can make more money is if I promote myself in the business, like, or get promoted. And this was just extra income that kind of added up over time to where I couldn't like freely just go make money. And I think that's where Instacart's great. Like, if you need to go make some money in a week, you can log on, do some orders, and then you can get paid that day or that Wednesday. I mean, that's great. If you need it, that's what it's kind of there for. As long as you don't think like this is beneath you and you don't like, you smirk or you kind of like you look down upon it, then this is great. This is a great way to make some extra money. The app is super easy. Anybody can really do it as long as you've had a smartphone for the last 10 years. That's very simple to navigate. You just go around scanning the barcodes and it'll tell you if it's right or wrong, and you can message the customer if they have any problems. I didn't have any problems in my 30 orders at all. I think I got great reviews for the 30 orders that I did, and yeah, I didn't have any issues with it. When I was doing it part-time, I probably was committing maybe 6 hours a week. So, you know, if that's kind of worth your time to make $100 a week, like, go for it. I think Instacart's also for the person who may be wanting to look for a side hustle, but they don't have the capabilities yet to fund what they need. For instance, if you need money to save up for a camera and you want photography or videography to be your side hustle, I think Instacart's probably like a stepping stone to get there. I was making $100 a week, so I think you could make, you know, a good amount of money in a couple months' time to get you there, and some of it being tips where you can kind of like write those off, federal taxes. And the last thing, fun fact, you actually, if you're interested, you can actually buy stock in Instacart. So Instacart is currently valued around $10 billion, and the ticker symbol is CART, C-A-R-T. It will show up under their parent company, which is Mabel Bear. I don't know why. I think they're Canadian. To put it in kind of perspective, DoorDash is valued around maybe like 110 or 90 billion, somewhere in there. So DoorDash is bigger than Instacart, but Instacart kind of serves similar purposes. So they're roughly worth a tenth of the size, but they are only earning around 4 times less. I'm not telling you to buy the stock. I'm just telling you, if you wanted to, you should look into it, do your own research. Yeah, that's all I have. Let me know if you think Instacart is worth it for individuals in 2026. If you are picky and you can choose your own kind of plan and you have some free time, I think it's a great way to make some extra money to kind of help yourself in this economy that we're in right now. So that's all for this one. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you learned something, I hope I influenced you in some kind of way. And yeah, until next time, see ya.